Testing 1, 2. There we go. Go. What's up, guys? Just getting up. Put a quick snack in. I'm hungry. And my wife made cake dip, so going on. Yeah, putting up a little bit into there. That should be alright, right? I'm gonna take off the noise suppression. Alright, that should be alright there. "3D Obsession, what is up?" Today is part 2. Hey, Aaron. Doing part 2 of the DIY Prusa Bear build. So what I did on Monday was a frame, and I installed the Z-axis. So I've got the Z motors going there. Switch to here. So we've got Z brackets on, Z motors installed, smooth rods in there. Top of the Z brackets are just floating. As you can see, they can wobble there because I have to take those off in order to get the X on. And that's what we're gonna do today. So Y carriage, I don't have the Y carriage yet. I have a bed, but no carriage. So kind of installing those parts doesn't really matter right now. So we're gonna go ahead and do the X carriage and I mean also like Z, so like the Z carriage. So we should be able to get all that done. Oh, power supply. I'm gonna do power supply first. But I have all the parts here ready to go. I also went ahead and found some reverse Bowden parts, which are pretty good. So here's one here. It uses a M6. I'm sorry, this is an M6 PTFE push fitting. So it's got the little bear on it. And this one is just a simple bracket. This is using an M10, and it's just gonna kind of go like bam on there, and eventually I'll have a spool holder on here. I like the spool holder I got from Megatron. It's a Bear remix part. Well, I guess it's a part that's somebody made for the Bear. Bear doesn't have a spool holder with it, but I think we're gonna go with that one. So this will go right here. Reverse Bowden tube go up, and we'll end off in our X-axis. Yeah, so we need the power supply parts here. And whatever that little part is, I don't know what that little part is. So I do have the, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that. So here you can see I do have the directions up here. So I just need to find that little part, which is this one here. Goes right there. So, oh, I forgot to grab my T-nuts. So 1.5 T-nuts. Oh, I did also do some dual extrusion. You guys will like this one here. So we got a full Bear Prusa. It did have a little bit of like some of the carbon fiber was a little stringy in there. I mean, it's very hard to see. I mean, you can see it from far away. You can kind of see it, but I don't know. I like it. I think it came out pretty good. It's not perfect. Like the layers on the Bear, not perfect. Zoom in there a little bit. Whoa. Yeah, see. So like the Bear's not perfect. And there's a little couple pieces that kind of strung across there. But as soon as I back it up here, it's hard to tell. But it looks nice. Carbon fiber along with some just white PLA. Very easy to do on the palette. Look. Hours to print. I mean, the whole thing takes up hours to print anyways. But it's also the carbon fiber just, again, it just, layer lines just disappear with carbon fiber, which is what I really like about it. It's almost invisible. So pretty good. All right, let's move. I don't need those right now. I'm gonna need this opened up. And yeah, so I need to do, should be an M5 by 10 probably, or an M5 by 8. M5 by 10. Need to go into here and get out the M5s. 5x10. And I did just retire my K280, so that gave me an extra buttload of M4 and M5 hardware. Like, I mean, an absolute metric ton. It's insane. So this is 44 millimeters away from the edge. So this should be fun to spout. Let's go here to 44. That is the only issue with this build. You gotta measure stuff. Gotta measure stuff. So, from the end of the extrusion, not the end cap thing. So, right about there. Yeah, but not locking in. I got a 10 mil? I did. There's something wrong with that T-nut. Very strange, very strange. There we go, that's better. Is that right there still? Yep, right there. All right, there's a lower power supply mount. This way, one more that way. So next step. It's my heated bed. We don't need to worry about the heated bed. Yeah, sometimes T-nuts don't want to move right. Oh, I didn't show you guys this. So Aaron went ahead and made me some wicked sick front corner brackets. Look at these things. These look absolutely gorgeous. So he modeled these. So instead of using little 2020 corner brackets there, look all janky, I got this sexiness. It looks great. And there's the Bear logo there to the side. It looks super good. I'm really happy with those. I'm going to move this out of the way so I'm not blocking the views here. But yeah, those corner brackets look great. This is all more y-axis junk. And again, I'm not mounting these top ones in yet until I get X on there. All right, now it's calling for the LCD. We can do that real quick. So we're gonna need you. I did already put the LCD in this one. And again, I mean, it looks okay, but obviously I didn't clean off the glue stick, but that's all right. We're just not gonna use this one at all. Takes two M3x10s to hold in the LCD screen. And in that polycarbonate, it definitely did shrink a little bit. A little hard to get in there. All right, now let's get this bad boy in here. First, in there right, and then Bam, there we go. And then, oh, we need the, did I print one? The knob? Can't remember if I printed a knob or not. Thought I did. Will do. Oh, here it is. There we go. Now we've got the knobby knob. A little too close there. Oh, I got screwed in first, and then it'll work. Yeah, it's not looking too bad, but Aaron, it will be pretty much all black because again, I do have black plates coming here for this. They look all right. I'm just not a humongous fan of them. And these are held in with 5x10s. Two. Bottom set. We've got an LCD screen on there. I'm not gonna do the cables yet. They're just gonna get in the way if I do that. So, and then I did already do the bare corners are already done on there. I'm gonna need to wipe off a little bit of that glue, but those are already done. I have debated on dual extruding those as well. I still have some carbon fiber left, so I might do, as Aaron said, the kind of black and white with just a few white accents here and there. But I think doing it on those bears would be cool. But we'll see if I end up doing that. All right, so it's an M4x12. So get out some M4s. Just need 2 of those. So we'll just do 2 socket cap heads. The same. The glue driver can be used. And then power supply. Oh, I did also reprint. The power supply came with a actually really nice black case, but I went ahead and reprinted this in carbon fiber as well. This is just a carbon fiber PLA because again, it doesn't need to be anything special, but yeah, that came out fantastic. All right, and these go on, well, these go on like this. How do you get these screws in there? From here. Well, I know that's how it's supposed to be in there, but them holes ain't big enough. Maybe a socket cap head won't work. Could just drill it out, right? Let me see if an M4 non-socket cap head can fit in there. So I don't think it can. Socket cap heads have smaller heads than pan heads. No, it can fit in that way, like that. But these Can this one? No. All right, that has to be a panhead. Panheads do fit in there. Just had it in there. There we go. It goes in this way. Panhead. That. Like so. Too easy. Too easy. Then we're going to attach it with probably M4 by, no, M5 by 10s. I need an M3 by 18 or an M3 by 14. So we can put these M4s away. Let me get out. Let's see, M3 by 14s. Here's an M3 by 14. Although in 16 I have a black. We're going to go with that. And then I need a M3 nut from here. Square. I'll use square nut. Fit in there better. So get two M5 by 10s. They go into these power supply holders here. Like this. So with them 3 hardware gets away. Okay. And then it all just slides on. Does it slide on? It's because it's got those gaps in there. I don't think it will. Will it? It won't. So we gotta lay this on its side. And we gotta do it the ghetto way. Which bugs me, but whatever. Yes. Missed it. Come on. You there. You there. I get this M3. Goes right through here. Oops, I can't do it that way. You need to stand it up because there's pressure on it. It's not straight though, so I'm gonna kick this over a little bit. Oh, you down again. Bada bing, bada boom. We got a power supply on there. Too easy, too easy. Next step. Oh, they did use a washer on that though, so maybe I should throw a washer on there. Didn't I get washers? Yeah, I'm gonna throw a washer on there real quick. The first step, I actually think I've seen her actually use the washer. I know the guide calls for them, but that's the first one being used right there. All right, dad's thing of the day. That ain't going nowhere. Hey, Brandon, what's up, man? So we need to get we're gonna mount the board, it looks like. That on here. So I need to mount it with some of the holes, but not all the holes. Yeah, so we need to do these 3 nuts. These pushed in here. Nope, you're not black. Okay. We've got the doohickey here. Got the doohickey here. We need to do. Oh, I do need those M3s back. I'm gonna need a bunch of those now. So M3 by 10. There we go. What is Aaron? The board? To get some of these parts. So I need the top goofy looking one. There's this goofy looking one. There's this goofy looking one. We're going with this goofy looking one. Wait, yeah, oh, I gotta take out that nut. Put it in there. Need it to not be in there. And this just goes into it. And I need an M3 by 12. Come on. M3 by 12. There we go. Oh yeah. This is a small board. The components are very interestingly placed, I will say. So that just self-taps right into it right there like that. So it's looking all right like that. And then the bottom gets this other weird looking one, like, oh, take out that nut. I guess, yeah. 3x12. Yeah, we can temporarily put this on with some M3x10s probably. M3x8, M5x8s. So interesting, very interesting way they did that. Touches the bottom corner bracket. So it's gonna go on like this. That part on there. That part on there. Okay. Again, we'll be taking this off later. We'll see it from there. We'll be taking this one off down here later because right in here is where the X-axis cable is going to go eventually. David, I'm using a clone NZ board. On the inside cover here. The bottom one, 5x8. Yeah, 5x8. Okay. And the door. The door. Way too high. That's like way too high. All right, well, let's get the door on and then we'll adjust, I guess. So I can do another 5x8. Like that. Here, we'll just bump this up just a smidgy there. there. Good night. Have it. All right, so all I have to do is put in the, or you can't see it from there where that is, but there is our board container now. Board container. Board enclosure. Lack table leaks 22 hours. Jeez. So maybe in another build I'll try linear rails, but for this one I'm going straight up Prusa clone build. I plan on building several more of these. I'm talking to some of the guys on my Discord about it. So, Nikon, what's up? Well, Brandon, I could always just shame you, and that will motivate you enough, if you wish. But I definitely can do that. Do the Bear axis build now, the x-axis build. We do an x-axis manual assembly guide. That should be it for this one. Well, I mean, I shamed Aaron into doing stuff, Brandon, so I can do it for you too if you want. The guide. I'm not disassembling anything, so let's just go into it. Yeah, we can go ahead and get into it then. So I'm gonna move the printer down under the table because now is where it gets fancy. Try and zoom in here. Too much. There we go. It did work, Aaron, didn't it? M3 by 18s. Starting on this one here. So bolts in there. Through. Right here is pulling these nuts into place. The electric screwdriver might help a little bit with these ones. Wrong size. And now that you got it fixed again too, Aaron, now it's working even better. One. Oh, now we need some bearings. So I did get me some brand new bearings here. See how these run. Check the alignment of these. So if I hold it this way, gotta have one set down from the top. Okay. Then, what's up, Jim? On the bottom, you gotta do the 45-degree angle. Like that. Man, those fit in so nicely in these parts. So nicely in there. Just put a rod in and then tighten it down. Slides easily enough. And then using two M3x10s. 1 and 2. Zero play in that. Zero play at all. Awesome. There's that part done. Now we're going to repeat on this one here. So we need 2 nuts. MK3S, very nice. Those went pop. Well, that's no good. Is it a Prusa MK3S, Jim, or did you build your own? The other thing, my hands were so tired last night after pulling apart that Delta printer. Oh, that was just absolutely brutal. So it's prep 2 and 3x10s in here. Shane, if you knock over, the thing full of screws. So help me. All right, let's get out 2 more bearings. First, a heavy modified linear X and linear Y. Very nice. Again, I am kind of debating on doing one like that eventually. Maybe modifying Megatron to do linear rails. So hold this like this here. One set in like that. Flip it over. Do another set. 45 to that. Snug these up a little bit. That. No play again. No play whatsoever. Very nice. I like it. Okay, now it wants me to put, well, I guess I don't really want to do that yet. All right, so we're going to put both these into here. Oh, now it's a little greasy. Dang it. Might need to help it in a little bit. There we go. There's one, and then come on. too. And again, they've got these little windows on them. Then as Prusa does to make sure that those go all the way in. And then sitting this way, I need 3 more bearings. 1, 2, 3. Two on top. We need 1 on the bottom. I'm definitely going to need to buy more of these bearings because these are nice. These are way better than the ones I have on my other printers. There's no play in these at all. It's so nice. A little stuck. There we go. Okay, so we've got 2 on top, 1 on the bottom. Now we're going to go ahead and take this side, put it in. Again, going all the way to the wee window there on the top and on the bottom. There is the beginning of our x-axis. Aaron, they are Ziltex element you use, and they are tight. Come on, focus on my paper here. Yeah, the LM8, the LM8 you use from Ziltech. Yeah, they are surprisingly really good tolerance. Because the El Cheapos on some of my other printers do have some wobble in them, but these don't have any. The X motor. Which one did I say is going to be for X? It's E. Here's X. Man, I do have these black bearings. I just pulled these. I just took off another printer. So I'm going to use these bad guys. That's got to go on upside down. Like a skosh away from the bottom there. Line it up later once we get the belt on. Like that. We're going to put the yeah, you're right. Hang on, let me change batteries in that. So that should be back now, right? Let me make sure RTX audio is still okay. I don't want that. Yeah, okay. Should be good now. Thanks, Aaron, for catching that. Yeah, I'll probably go back and grease these at another time. I really don't think they need it right now. This one is just a little bit weird. Come on. If I can get this back off now. Ooh, whoa. That one's good. That one's a little weird. We'll throw a different one on there. Yeah, that's better. This one's a little weird. Let's see what's going on with that. We'll go from there. Yeah, Jim, I have that. I just not really going to use it right now. I don't really grease a whole lot of the bearings. I use 3-in-1 also in some of these, but I do have the bottle of Super Lube, which I literally just put away. But I kind of want to get everything broken in, and then I can always tear things down. I am going to have to redo the extruder anyways, so I'm not really too worried about it right now. Right, so oh, I am going to have to cut that down, aren't I? Because I forgot about the pin for in here, which I don't have. Don't have that. Let's get some M3 nylocks in here. Where does this fall? You stay there. Yeah, so I had to cut down an M3 before to get this to the right size. I have to do the same thing again. Let's go right to there, and let me go get my wee hacksaw so I can do that. Well, I could just use the Dremel real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Dremel real quick because find what I do with my cutting blade, which I honestly think is outside. Okay. I'm gonna have to go grab that real quick. I don't really have a decent pair of like big old Lymans at the house. I have them at work, just not at home. Give me 1 second. We'll get my cutter wheel, cutting wheel. Get back, kitty. I'm not going outside. Another cat out here. There we go. Hello. Tighten it down. Yeah, I have a pair of like heavy-ish duty wire cutters, just not a pair of Lyman's. I'm gonna mute you guys for just a quick second here. All right, too easy. Too easy. I did get a little bit of the print there, so let me I guess I can use some flush cutters. Where'd the pair of flush cutters go? Clean this up a little bit. Okay. Need to pull that out now. Just gonna get the file set real quick. Use a flat file. Flat file. And I do want to just file down these sides just a skosh so they fit into the. So quite a tight fit inside of this end cap here. It's really good though. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, I need the bearing now. There we go. Put the sides in there. My newfound pin goes in here. Need the other pliers. Perfect. It just slides right in. Of course, now I get it stuck. Come on. All right, so we've got that in there now. And then we're using M3 by 18s. So just enough to engage them. So here's M3 by 18s. 1 and 2. My fan just died. That's awesome. I turned that off for it. Like burns up on me or something. This fan just died. Oh, that sucks. No more fan for me. Time to get sweaty. Although, let me turn this one on here in the window. Just turn it the other way, bring some cool air in. Low. There we go. That shouldn't be too annoying. So what was I doing? Oh yeah. Just gonna get this About there. Can't pull that out. Okay. Now we've got the idler bearing in there, like so. Sorry, that focus. It's really hard to focus on something that small. That's what she said. Anyway, okay, so that's done. Now we're gonna do the. We need to put some M3s into here so that we can get the T8 lead screw nuts attached. Three, four. Be lined up in there. This is the hardest part, sliding these things into the wee pocket that's in there. This one didn't want to go in at all. Do you? See if I can clear out the hole real quick. Come on, man. I just not want to go in there. Looks empty though. All right, let's try a different one. Maybe that one's just got some kind of deformity to it. Some kind of weirdness. It's riveting here, but stuck on nut does not want to go in its home. Oh, flip it. Come on. Super confused as why this won't go in. I need to get out a persuader. I have actually quite a lot of stuff from Harbor Freight, and I've like my first driver set was Harbor Freight Pittsburgh Pro set, and then I bought the Weehaws. But I'm all for buying cheap set when you're like in like your teens and early 20s. Something just you can actually like do work with it. Wait. There it goes. Mother of pearl. Okay, that's in. I had to just turn it a little bit and then it went. All right, and now we're going to put the lead screw nuts on. Those are, I took those off the motors. 1 and 2. Just put in place here and here. Back. And then these are going to be put in with M3 by 18. Oh, of course, the one I just put back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll say all this being all blacked out, it's going to look pretty sick. Just a couple pops of white every now and then. It's going to be really good looking. Tighten just snug. All right. We've got that down. What we got next here? On the other side, I did both of those. And then put it down like halfway. So let's move some of these tools out of the way. Bring the frame back up. Here. Ooh, here. Come on, tools, get out of the way. Take off the Z-tops. There we go. Go right to there, halfway. Boom. Now we can cure these bad boys, which is going to be an epic pain because, again, they've got the goofy thing on both sides, which make it really hard to put these on, in my opinion. Just line it up just great. Okay, so let's start with this side here, I guess. Flip it all the way around. So I need an M5. Does it tell us? I think these are going to be by 10s because these feel pretty thick to me. Put the T-nut in there. Where'd it go? Oh, I had it. There we go. Okay, now we'll do, flip it over. We'll do this side now. T-nut. Nope. Turn. Okay. Now we'll go this way. And I'll throw in from the front here. Turn. And one more to go. Whoa, I went all the way down there. Right, now that secures in the top of the Z gantry. We are solidly moving here. Very nice indeed. And now for the brutally long part. We're an hour into it. We're going to start with the extruder. So we're going to get our E motor. Now on this, can I go down? I have to go to the left like this one. Yeah, so for this build, because I'm not using integrated motor leads, I have the connector. Instead of going down as you're supposed to, I have to do it 90 degrees off to the left here so that the connector has space. Because if you don't, especially on the Bear, the way that the fan mounts underneath of this will hit that connector. So we'll just turn it 90 degrees. Not a huge issue, but it's just kind of, it has to happen. It's a sad reality of it. Where's my gears at? Okay, so here's my gear set. And on no, so something like that. Let's hope I don't strip out these grub screws because I did on another build. Just make it nice and snug there. Too crazy. Looks like I'll just use the they give me. Ouch. Okay. That hurt. All right, so we've got our Bondtech extruder gear on there, at least part of it. That is the gear part of it. Okay, now we need some 3D printed parts. So we need the back plate, which is this one here. And that's not the right one. It is, because it has to go on the front, Shane. Derp, derp. There we go. Nice, so satisfying when it gets pushed in there. Looks pretty good. Backside is a little bit garbage, but you're not going to see that. And I am debating on reprinting this extruder in carbon fiber PETG because I'm not necessarily happy with the polycarbonate parts, the way they came out. They are lightweight, they are strong. This one did warp a smidge, and I'm a little worried about the Pinda probe holder. So I'm a little worried about that. We'll see what happens. And then we need the M3 by 25s for the back. So one and what are two neck ones? Would it still fit with the Bear, Aaron? Because I know on the regular Prusa it doesn't fit. I'll switch it down. If you're telling me it'll work, I will do it. And if I have to pull this thing apart, I'm going to charge you double on Patreon. I mean, Jim, the print came out. I mean, it's not a bad print. It's just, I don't know, it's not my best print. So, I mean, again, it was $50 for the roll. It kind of hurt a little bit there. All right, so we got that secured on there. And then we need to get this other back plate. I'm going to need you, and I need you now. We need to put in some M3. So 1, 2, and 3. Is this long enough? I thought I drilled these out. Maybe I didn't. Could have swore I did, though. A little screwdriver helps, but it's definitely not strong enough to do all of it. There we go. Screw this hole here. Oh, see, I did drill that one out. I'm still looking online for a better, just little battery operated screwdriver. I mean, this thing works, but it just has no ass behind it at all. So if you ever need to like get it, you're not getting it with this thing. Come on. They can't even pull these nuts in. So I was looking at, I mean, I have a ton of Ryobi stuff, and Ryobi does have a small one that looks to have enough torque for what I need it to. I have a Craftsman one, but I'm not really that happy with it. I already lost a battery from it. Could use it, but I don't know. It's also just, it's a big breakneck one, so it's just big and bulky. I wanted something a little bit smaller. All right, so those are in now. And I need to put some nylocks into these two here. So this way. I wonder if I can push these in with the wherever I do with my pliers. There they are. Put it in there at least. Another one. Let's pull these in. She will pull in actually. A bit. A Bosch Go. I'll have to look that up, Jim. Only problem is that no one's really traveling right now. Yeah, don't have anything. I can't have anybody bring me one back. A 3D printed screwdriver? That sounds a little crazy there, Darren. So verify these are snug. Yes, and yes. Slide a square nut down into yonder. Swoop. And then use an M3 by 10. So we're going to put this onto here. And we're going to use an M3 by 10 to smack these boys together. There. Come on. I need an M3 by 40 with a washer. So 40s are not in this one. Need, we'll get two out while I'm in here. 1, 2. I need one for the other side eventually. Yeah, where do those washers go? Those and into top of the body. Again, you can see in here there's just a tiny smidge of warpage in there. Everything should still work okay. It's just that back layer of it, but I'm just not. I'm quite the perfectionist, and it bugs me. So, again, I might go back and reprint this part in carbon fiber polycarbonate, just because it was a little bit cheaper than carbon fiber PETG was a skosh cheaper than the carbon fiber polycarbonate. It's also easier to print, which is kind of why I went that route. So now we're doing the place the magnet so it's attracted from its sensor. Okay, so now we're going to do the magnesis part. So I am going to need you. Here's the magnetics and the ball. Where's that little arm on? Here we arm. Here we arm. It's not it. Where art thou? this, and I am going to need this soon. Wait, is that it? Nope, that wasn't it. You're gonna be kidding me if I didn't print this. I'm 99.9% sure I printed it. If I didn't, then you know what, we'll just queue it up on the printer right quick. Review. It's looking like I did not print that part. At least if I did, no longer here in the parts one. So we're going to have to queue that up real quick. It's not caught up in any of this stuff here. All right, let me send that to the printer real quick. That's a tiny print. I just have stuff in there. So let me download that real quick. This stuff's pretty tough, Jim. I'm quite surprised with it. Download Bear. Need push slicer. Where's it at? There it is. They're leaving. That. Slice it and dice it. All right. Oh, it didn't take that. Dang it. Oh, let's export G code to the desktop. It's an 8-minute print. Super duper fast. And then we need to upload from the desktop. Let's print that. Marker's red, marker's red. All right, let me just make sure the bed is clean. Where am I at here? Go back to here. Minimize this so I can see you guys chat. Bed is good to go and heating up. So, all right, we'll let that run. I can do other parts until I need to do that one there. So we can do here, we can do the Bondtech gear, get that ready. So need the extruder cover, which I pulled out. Here it is. Need the bearings. This. This. Let's take that pin out for now. Come on. Face like that. Goes in like this. That spins like it should. And then we need to put a square nut in there. I would need to buy some more square nets because I mean I'm not getting that low, but I'm definitely having to fish a little bit more for these. If I'm gonna build some more using this extruder, because I ain't gonna be designing my own. That is just too much work for something that already works really, really well. Okay, so we've got the housing there done. And this is an M3 by 40. We got a couple washers we need. So right away, start it in here. Then another washer here. Did it take a washer on the other end too? Just those two. And then, oops, yep, fell in there. Good job, Shane. Fell down again. Son of a gun. Maybe the first thing I dropped today. Don't think I drilled this one out though. Just flex, okay. Oh, I didn't look for the spring. I've got that somewhere. I didn't get that out though. I will need to get out a. I will need to find a spring here in a few minutes for that. To well, I already checked to make sure my PTFE is proper length. I did cut that down, so that is already good to go there. We're gonna go ahead and insert that. So just kind of hold this down like here. Let's see. That. So this is not tightened on here yet at all. But and there's that up in there. And we can just see the starting the PTFE in there, which is perfect. And we'll do the cables. I don't have cables in there yet. It's fine. Oh, I need to prep this front cover now. So this needs an M3 pushed into here. That. And then a square nut slid into this part. Like that. And then this these 3 by 40s. Oh, I need to get 2 more 40 mils out. So let me do that real quick. Is that holding? Oh, it looks like it's holding. The biggest fear when you print something tiny is that if it will stay. Oh, Aaron! Aaron! There we go. Okay. It almost didn't clear the connector. It's close there. Reaching? Come on. So there we go. And there is bottom part on there. You can see this one, it kind of looks, the print's just not great quality there. I mean, it works, it's functional, it's polycarbonate, it's strong. Ain't no doubts there, but just a little anal about it. That's all it is. Attach the fan. The fan gets attached with 3x16s, which we're gonna do with my fan. Did I get a fan out? I did. Yeah, Sun 5-volt. So if you guys are looking for a better alternative to the Noctua fan on a Prusa, this Sunon is what you want. A Sunon maglev. It's a 5-volt. A G99 is the last. 0.83 watts. It moves a ton of air very, very quietly. So this is your best bet if you need something different. Brandon, I'm gonna kill you. Because the fan ain't gonna fit. Is that what you're gonna say? Because Aaron's gonna be awarded for hurt. Aaron. Aaron. I trusted you. I trusted you. Yep, that doesn't reach. Oh, Aaron. Let me find your email and double charge you. Yeah, this definitely ain't gonna fit. I just tried. Because if you look dead straight, you can't see it. If I tilt it up, there's the hole right there. It is directly underneath that connector. I don't know, man. Mine fit. It must be a problem with yours. Aaron, what am I gonna do with you, Meta? What am I gonna do with you? I'm gonna take all these screws back out now. All these screws back out. A little bit more. I can pull these out gently. Loosen these up. No, it's just the top screw won't fit. Up, here we go. Do like that. Screw these back in. It's all right, it wasn't that far, so it's pretty easy to do that. So again, now we've got the connector off to the side. The original way. Okay. Let's screw these back in. You just need a little bit tight. You need to be super tight. Redo the hot end security ones. Again, that is the biggest problem. I mean, again, when you guys saw me build Megatron and have to rebuild the extruder on there, it's the biggest problem with the Bear is the extruder. You have to take the entire assembly off the x-axis in order to change it out. I don't know if there is a Butterworth design. That's what both my Mark 3S and my Mark 3S clone are running, is the Butterworth. It's the Model 4A, I believe he called it. But that one, whew, there we go, print. That one makes it so that when you pull off, you only have to pull off this in order to get most of the hot end out. It works a little bit better. But okay, so now we got that on there. Before we do the fan, let's backtrack and do the sensor. So the magnet should be attracted to it. Where'd I put the magnet at? So we want the ball. Stay there. And then this goes in here. The magnet attracts to it like that. Ooh, like that. You slide in, turn you this way. You slide in this way. I need to put the ball in first. Put the ball in there. Stop. These little magnets are hella strong. So now if I put, do I have a piece of filament around here somewhere? Oh, I just threw out the trash, didn't I? That ball does not move that easily because of the carbon fiber, because of the polycarbonate. So I need to fix that somehow real quick. Try and get at it with, I don't know, a file maybe? Oh, I can fit anything in there. So I don't have any sandpaper laying around. I wish I had a ball-headed thing. I guess I could just use a ball head off of a screwdriver here. See if that does any better. Come on. Like that. So now if I put something in, still not great. Still not going the way it needs to go. Shoot. Okay, come here, magnet. That part's fine. It's ball doesn't want to come out properly. Anybody have this happen and have a decentish solution to the problem? Let's try and sliver out a little bit of this opening here. They're not falling out with ease. Oh, let's see. So it's just this nook down in here where the ball goes. It's not free moving, and it has to be free moving. So what's happening is it's not returning when I pull out the filament. It should reset. It's not resetting. See if I can take off a smidgen bit of material here. Because the polycarbonate does shrink a little bit. Well, I think that did it there. I think that did it there. Magnet. There we go. All right, let's see now. There we go. So now when I put this in, you can see it resets. Come on, right there. See, it comes back to where it's supposed to be. The filament's in, it's detected. Filament's out, it's not detected. So I wish I had some like ball-headed like kind of little thing to put in there. That'd be pretty sick to have. Now we need the filament sensor. Go on just like that. And I need the M2.5 screw, which I just saw in here, right here. The itty bittiest little head in the world. It's not really doing much for it, is it? The deburring tool won't fit in there, Brandon. That was kind of the problem. Okay, and then you just want to put this in snug, not too tight. You can break the sensor. And there's our filament sensor installed. Pretty easy. Eh? And then we can put on the top cap. So again, I did print out a normal top cap, but I want to use the reverse Bowden. So I will go ahead and install this one, which is M3x10, right? Yeah, M3x10. Looks good. Looks really good there. Look at that. Let me just push this in here. You can feel it actuating and returning. Perfect. All right, so we are close on this. Scroll back down here. Okay, we're on the fan part now. So we're gonna get our cable, which I have a long cable here. Put this in. And the cable gets routed like this. Cable gets routed down into the channel there, but you can easily preload that early. Make sure everything's in there nice and the way you want it to be. I want to twist this way. Get that in there. Shut that in the corner there. And our fan, which is here, gets kind of just like pushed in like that and holds the deal that way, but I need to unclip it from the side. Just like that. And then what did I say, M3 by 16s for sun-ons. M3 by 16s. Let's want button heads for these. It's too big. There we go. Okay, so that corner, and then see, this one down here, I don't think I'm going to be able to get because of where it kind of warped in that corner there. I don't think that screw is going to take. That's okay. I mean, I really only need 3 screws to hold this in. I wish it would have been all 4 though. But again, if I do go ahead and reprint this, that won't be a problem because I'll do better. I can't reprint it in the polycarbonate because I'm out of polycarbonate. I used it up. Get one to take in there. Nope, that's okay. We don't need that one on there. I mean, we do, but we don't. It'll be perfectly fine without that on there. So we'll just have 3 of the 4 on there. No worries. Where did you find the triangle support for the Z-axis? The white ones. Oh, these are printed in polycarbonate. You can just get a, it's just a 90-degree joining plate on Thingiverse. And I printed these in just regular old polycarbonate because I didn't have the black ones didn't come in yet for, I mean, I do like the white. As Aaron is saying, that little splash of white in there is kind of nice. I do have metal ones coming in, but I think it might be sparse enough with, or strong enough with the polycarbonate. I don't know. If I decide to change it later, I can. Huge deal. And that spins, no problem. All right, now we need to line up our idler. So we're going to go ahead and get, I do have some filling right here I can use. Some Protizzo pasta. I'm down to the very end of this spool. So if we push this in here, I can see that I am off. You guys see that in there? It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. Anyways, I am off by a little bit. Just need to loosen that. Push this all the way down. Come on, where'd you go? There it is. Okay. Now that's lined up. Now we're good to go on that part. Now I think I need the springs. Let me find, I'm pretty sure I have one in my 3D printing bin here. Screws out of the way. Here. Not in there. Not in there. I could have swore I had some more of those in here somewhere. Screw and an extra pin here. And I've got the two old sensors from the Mark III. I kept the sensors because I don't know why. I might end up going back to those one day for some other builds. But I'm not seeing a spring. So, definitely not the top. I just cleaned this out. Let me go into my spring drawer, see if I have one in there. I thought I had some. If I don't, then I would need to order some because my other builds need them too. I think this is one, isn't it? Let's see if this fits. I think I found one. Well, I mean, I could drill this out a smidge, and that'll make it fit. These smaller ones here might work out better. This might be it. Let's see. I mean, that works. How well is yet to be seen. Yeah, that works. We're just putting it a little bit tighter. That definitely worked. I do have another one of those though, but I will need to order some more of those springs for the future. They will definitely be needed. Okay. That was crisis averted. Very happy with that. So now we've got our extruder mostly there. Now we're going to use M3 by 18s for the fan, which I don't have the fan yet. That's okay. I am waiting for the fans to come in, but we can still, and adding that on, I mean, I'm not doing the cable wrap on this yet anyways. And then we need to, and the pin I don't have either. That's using a M3 by 10, so we can at least put in the square nut. The pin from Printed Solid should be here, I think, next week. I think. Really depends on if my mail is going to cooperate with me or not. I should say if the airlines are going to cooperate with the mail situation. Come on, get in there. Be difficult. Difficult. Wow, okay. Now what I say, an M3 by 10. I'm not using the right. I'm like, why is this not grabbing? There we go. Okay, we'll just make that in there just snug so it doesn't move. But at least it's in there. It's ready to roll. So those two have to get added. And then just for kicks and giggles, we'll throw on the fan shroud just so it looks the part. And that's an M3 by 10. We'll see, my M3 by 10 socket cap head collection is getting a little light with all these builds. Oh, did I not put... Oh, derp. I didn't put the, I didn't put a nut in there. Thought I did. Either it fell out or I just didn't do it. Let's pull that in first. I totally forgot that one. I did the other side for the part cooling fan, but I guess I forgot to do this one. Again, screw this way. Goes right there. There we go. That's what our fan fan is going to look like right there. And that's where our part cooling fan will cover all that up once that gets here. The thing with, I'm using an NZ board, so it uses a 5-volt part cooling fan and a 5-volt blower. Could I just throw on a down converter? Yes, but I don't want to do that. I have plenty of step downs, but just don't want to do it right now. All right, so we can put some, we're going to put some square nuts in the back of this. Yeah, square nuts will definitely be a an upcoming resupply order for me. How's it getting that in there with that bolting away? Does it fit? Oh God, barely. Okay, there's 1 and 2. And then you drop 2 more at the bottom. Yeah, 2 more at the bottom. Come on. My big fat fingers do not make this any freaking easier. I say that like in full knowing like my dad would never be able to assemble something like this. Been a wireman his whole life, and his hands are enormous. Just no way in the world he'd get his fingers in these little tight spots. All right, so those roll in. And now we can spin you around, right around. Oh, we'll leave that part. Don't squish that out of the way. These come through the middle. And everything just smushes in there like that. Ooh-wee. That looks good. All right, so greens are M3x10s, M3x18s. So we need to get this double here. 2 M3x10s. 1, 2. Just gonna get these started. Will they start? No. Really have to pull these on. What is it, M3x18? Yeah, M3x18s. 1 and 2 go down here. Said don't fully tighten them yet, but we're just gonna snug them. But we don't need to worry about this falling off. I need to go 12s on those because they are just not really getting in there right yet. This should be flush. Say this, I mean the idler bearing, so I just need to tighten that down just a skosh. And dump time, hot dog. I have some brandy new belts here for this. Again, in the package I procured from the Ziltech. And we're attaching it on this side first. This is going to be Le Brutal. Flathead, you're not going to be able to see me do this. Because this polycarbonate is tight. Getting this belt in is going to take some maneuvering here. We're halfway now. I gotta turn this way. I can't do it that way. This does not make it that much better though, so whatever. Come on. Wider flathead. Trying to push these belts in. Where's it at? There it is. Come on. What was that? I better. Thanks, Aaron. To say though, we started this at. I guess it's been about an hour. Yeah, it's been it's been an hour. I thought I made it under an hour for this, but it would be fooling myself. Wondering if when I go to put that plate on, if that will help me at all. But I'm gonna cut down more than I need here. Feed it through, and we'll see if the last little bit that I can't get in, if the plate will pull it in more better than me. Although, Aaron, I have to say, I think Brandon has to be better than both of us since he's had to do it umpteen times with his build. Pushed it in here. Twist it up there. That's not twisted. You're still twisted here. There we go. Twisty twisty's done. Like this. Okay. Super hard part, but not super easy part either, is getting this in here. Brandon, if you have these ones from Ziltech, man, they're not too shabby. Okay. So there I was with this part. And we're gonna get this in here now. It's just going to be another hard part. Oh, come on. Just gotta get it started in there. Yeah, this polycarbonate really did come a little bit tight. I'm just not used to the shrinkage of it. Cut you off here. Okay. Now let's see if we can get you the rest of the way in now. I did it with the tool a little bit better because it's thinner. I just pulled right back out. It did not work. My arm's getting tired. Not gonna lie, my arm's getting real tired from this. I'll try the back plate and see if that helps secure this in at all. Huh? Just gonna see if this helps push those in. It's supposed to be. It's like those are locking in. 18. That's why. I'm using way too short. Martin, what's up, man? It might have helped push them in a smidge, but not by much, I don't think. Just a smidge in there. Right side's almost fully in. This is what I get for trying to be fancy with my filament choice. Oh, polycarbonate, it'll be great. Didn't have this issue with PETG, I'll tell you that much right now. Down to your scars? No. Not great. A little bit of looseness there. I might put a corner bracket up in there. Yeah, the tail end of this is barely even in. It's gonna off track with the bearing if I don't get that secured properly. There. Almost there. Got this side almost square in there. It's just a little bit crooked now. Oh. Can I speak Spanish? Negative. I speak English and I do that poorly. I know a couple phrases in Spanish, but that's about it. High school. Everybody's got to take that. I think that's maybe as good as I get that in there. Well, let's get that. What's that? An M3 by, I need another M3 by 40. Son of a gun. It's a good thing I got lots of them. So, this way. You slide in like that. And then you go in with the slope at the bottom. So we're almost to the end of what I can build, because again, I don't have a few of the parts that I am waiting for. This is like the back tail that all of the cables from the hot end will secure to via zip ties. And then, I mean, the last part is the, two parts, I guess, is the, I guess I can get the sensor cable here. We can get this connected in. That, and then that gets routed down in all these channels. But I want to go ahead and get this hot end, this top part secured now. These parts warped a little bit. I'm gonna have to use a little bit longer of a screw on these. Just a little bit. I think 12 millimeters will be good. That is an M. That is not an M3. That is tiny. Do I have any socket head 12 millimeters? Here we go. One. And two, maybe? Maybe two? Come on. There we go. There we go. There's one. And here's two. And we're just going to temporarily put on this other back plate here, this kind of U-shaped one. I don't have all the cables to I don't have all the parts installed to properly secure it. But this will just kind of keep everything attached. Have the there's two M10s at the bottom, or I'm sorry, not M10s. Yeah, M3x10s on the bottom part. This part here did not warp so much. It should work. There we go. That, for better or for worse, is the extruder there. The camera's like super wonky. Slides nice and easily. And the last thing to do is to tension it. I'm going to wait to do that just once I get everything fully in and I know everything is good, then I'll go ahead and tension that. But bump over there, okay. Bump over here, okay. I do have the nylon for that as well. Let me catch up on here. Yeah, this is 24 volts for this. Again, it's a Prusa Bear clone, so I mean everything's going to be Prusa parts or better. I mean, I guess some of the parts are a little better, but that's here nor there. But yeah, I'll have to go ahead and make an extension for our part cooling fan because it only goes to right here. I'm definitely going to make it to the housing, the electronics enclosure. I have all of the. Well, I guess let's put this on real quick. So we need an M5x10. We got the reverse Bowden tube doohickey here. Which actually a pan head's not going to work out. Need to use a socket head for this one. And a T-nut. What are you doing, cat? Oh yeah, these M5s are huge heads. And it's just gonna go right in this side. Which I didn't turn the camera for, but I need to get a ball head for that. What size is that? Is that 4 mil? Yep, 4 mil. So a 4mm ball head. Right. So show you this now real quick here. Snap up. And here it is right here. So again, that just attaches on there with an M5 bolt, and then we'll run a PTFE tube from here down to here. What I'll do is I'll measure it once I do this, and I'll home it. Then make it a nice easy arch there. I tend to make it a little bit longer than it needs to be, but again, this is just reverse Bowden tube, and then I'm going to print out, this week, I'll go ahead and print out the spool holder, which will attach on here, and it has some rollers. I like the one that I found. It's pretty good. I used it for Megatron, and I just printed one. I don't know if I finished it. I did finish it, for the BLV down here. It also has a modified version of that one, which I like. So that'll just be right here. And that just keeps it nice and clean. It keeps it also as compact as possible. I don't really have space to put a tall thing on there, so I won't be doing that. What I will do though is, because I said this is a little loose here, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in some 2028 corner brackets, or no, I'm gonna 3D print the ones that Aaron sent in the part, and he has a 2020 for this. I'm going to print those and put that in there in the carbon fiber. That'll look primo. Yeah, Brandon, ask me again in there and tag me so that I remember, because otherwise I will forget. But I can do that after the stream is over. We're just about done now because we've been going at this for 2.5 hours. But yeah, I mean, building the X is nearly an hour, getting all that situated, and it's another hour to build the extruder. I think that's what they call for. They might call for 45 minutes. No, they call for an hour. Yeah, right here. It calls for an hour, and this is the most difficult. This is a moderate. I mean, this is the most difficult step of all of it, is just doing the x-axis part. It's extreme. It takes a while. So I think that's gonna be all of it. The spool holder. Yeah, remind me in there, Brandon. I'll get it for you. But again, I have the Y idler and all of the Y parts already printed, ready to go. And I have a motor here for the Y, I used the E motor. That's already done. And I'll do I have the heater cartridge, 24-volt heater cartridge. And I have the, oh, this is the spare. This is the heater cartridge. And here is this is the cartridge style E3D. This is a really good E3D clone that I got. Don't be clawing up my floor, boy. Watch yourself. A cartridge style E3D thermistor and the heater for that. So those will get installed. That's simple stuff I can do later. I think that's it. Everything else in here is for like the bed and some other parts that I printed extras of, because I may end up doing another one of these in carbon fiber just because I have the filament here. And if I already ordered in the PETG for the extruder, it fits pretty well. We'll have to make sure everything lines up properly once I get the fan, everything in. I want to reprint this fan duct though, because that was not great. But I think that it's a pretty good night. I think that's a pretty good night indeed. What I'll have to do is the X motor and all that jazz. Yeah, that stuff's easy to do another time. I can't really show it that well here anyways. Oh, it's brought out. Sorry. I'm reading that right. All right, so yeah, I think I'll call that here tonight. I'll go ahead and print out the 2020 corners up here. Just give us a little bit more rigidity. These are not, again, because these are polycarbonate backplates here, they are not steel. They're not holding it as normal as they would. There is just a slight deflection in this, and I want to shore that up. So I'll print out some nifty little 2020 corners for there. And then we're going to sit on this for a while. Let me switch up my views here. Yeah, we're going to sit on this for a while now because I ordered it actually got delivered today to the States, so it'll take a week or two to get to me here. But the Y carriage from Prusa, I ordered that. I ordered from them because it's $3 more than you would get on like AliExpress. And it's from Prusa to the US. So I mean, if I was back home, I would have that in like 5 days. You really can't beat the $3 difference. Otherwise, AliExpress, you're waiting like a month, maybe 2. Some of the parts I was looking at today, if I wanted to build another one of these, they were looking at September. It is July 17th. And they were saying by September 10th. Another one said October 10th to get it by. That's insane. I will gladly spend a few extra bucks to get it in a few days rather than a few months. Most things I'm fine waiting for a month or so, but when they're quoting 2-month lead time to receive it, That's a little too much. I can't, that's just too long to wait. So I think that's good for today. Wait for those parts to come in. The fans, I ordered all the fans from DigiKey and from Amazon. So those, I'm hoping I'll be able to pick up on Monday. If I can pick those up on Monday, then I'll get working on this. But I'm not going to do another video on this until we do the Y-axis completely whenever I get those parts. So this has been a really fun build. I'm thoroughly enjoying this frame. I do like Megatron. I don't feel this is any more sturdy or less sturdy than Megatron is, but I mean the proof will be once we get printing. Because again, this is not original Prusa parts. These are clone parts. I'm going to be using a clone bed. I'm using a copy, an NZ that's not a original NZ board. But yeah, I'm feeling that it's definitely looking good. I like the little pop of white every here and there, just there and here, or even if it's just on the screen there. I think it looks pretty good. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here, guys. So thank you for tuning in for this. This was another fun build. This is part 2. Part 3 will be, I'm hoping, in the next like 2 weeks. And then once we get the Y-axis done, then it'll be uploading firmware and seeing if that works. And if it doesn't, we'll have to use a custom firmware. I'm really hoping it does work. But we will see if the firmware works, and then we can print with this in the near future. I'm still waiting for parts for the BLV MGN Cube, which you can see the yellow parts right back there. Still waiting for there. And my, where's it at here? Turn this off. Turn that off. And turn that off. Yeah. So right there is my little $130 build that I'm working on. And I'm waiting for the board still and the frame and the screen. I need the screen to come in so I can design a mount for it, which I can't do until that comes in. So hopefully next week I get more parts in so I can work on a bunch of these. And I've got an A10 frame here that I need to totally rebuild the printer for. Yes, Brandon had bought a Bear clone, and 1 or 2 other guys in my Discord bought Bear clones when I was talking about this. And they're a good price, so they bought it, and we're gonna have a print off between my Bear, Megatron, and their Bear builds. So if you guys want to tune in and hang out with us, remember there is a link down for Discord down in the video description. Come hang out with us. We talk about builds, custom builds, troubleshooting, you name it. We do a whole lot of different things on there. So join in there. And yeah, you want to support the channel, become a patron. Patrons fund this entire project is Patreon funded. So if you guys want to chip in and help out with that, there's some links down there below. It takes $1 to get in. If you want to, you can do more than that. Every single dollar is greatly appreciated. So thank you guys for helping out. But I'm doing so many custom builds right now. It's just phenomenal, the support I have from patrons and from using all the affiliate links down below. All that I pour right back into doing cool projects. So I thank you guys for helping out with all that. That'll be it. So happy printing, guys. Wash your hands, and I'll see y'all next time.